Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just bringing you here today a little close-up look at the Hot Toys 6-scale Mandalorian. And he is awesome. So I know you can go on YouTube and look up a million different reviews on this guy right now. But I just wanted to punch in and take some nice close-up, with the detail, and maybe point out a few things. So let's just start up here at the top here with the helmet here. This is the Beskar helmet that he starts the whole series with. This is his costume from the very first episode. The Shore Trooper pauldron and Shore Trooper wrist guards here on his hands. Anyway, let's just punch in and look at some of these awesome details here. Okay, so you can see, boy, if I had better light, you could see some of the weathering here in the middle section. The light I'm using is really reflecting the little tiny pieces of, I don't know what is in the paint they use to give it that metal look. But we go here to his bandolier here, some sort of pleather material. This is where his gun, his rifle, clips in right here and is slung right over his shoulder there. This is, the armor he's wearing here is Durasteel, not Beskar. He gets the Beskar armor later in the first season. That's so it matches all the silver steel look here. But in his bandolier, he's got his rifle cartridges, some sort of energy weapon, and these are, of course, all removable if you want. You can remove them. He can open the breech of his rifle, so you can pose him with one in his hand, like he's loading it. Here, he's holding the tracking fob that is common for your bounty hunters to track their targets, as we see him use to track the child or Baby Yoda. And he's got here his sidearm, this really cool World War I inspired pistol. Very cool design, really dig that. And let's take a look at his wrist gauntlet here. Here he's got a plethora of weapons and things he can use from this gauntlet. Flame projector here. He's got a fiber cord, type grappling hook, and I think these are supposed to be like, I don't know, darts or something. Let's move over to this part on his belt. He's got the detonator charges. This one is removable, so you can have him holding one. Nice detail on the pouches. Slight weathering on them makes it look good. I think there could have been maybe a little more weathering on the undersuit, the flight suit here, but it looks good. It looks fine. Really dig the weathering though on the armor itself. So I'm just going to kind of highlight a few areas throughout his armor that showcase the fine attention to detail that Hot Toys are known for. As you can see, his Durasteel armor has saved his skin many a time. Here is his other wrist gauntlet. More tricks and whatnot in that one. Turn around here, you can see this side of his helmet. See some weathering there around where his ear would be. And let's go to the rifle here. You can see a nice faux wood grain in the stock. These 3 dots, I'm not sure what those are, what they're for, what they signify, or what that's all about, but anyway, the gun is really cool looking. It kind of takes some inspiration, I think, from that pistol a little bit. It's got a scope on it. The scope is removable, so he can use that to look around. And here's the end, the business end of his energy rifle. And if I get in close enough, you can kind of see how it's got that kind of heat treatment look to it. It's kind of got a gold, yellow to rose gold, and then it goes down to some bluing here and at the tips. Pulling back a little bit, you can see his cape material. It's a really, really soft material. Just drapes really well. And complete with fraying, tattering, blaster holes, etc. So let's turn him around once more. You can see his holster. Again, some sort of leather material and just a loop here instead of, I could have used a magnet here, but I like this better. See behind his cape a little bit, there's more of his armor. I can see better on the other side actually. So let's pull this back just a scotch. Okay, yep. His armor has definitely saved him from running away or being shot in the back. Another pouch on the back here. Alright, so pull back and just take another look at Mando here in one of his signature poses, the walking, I don't know what you'd call it, just the walking pose. You know, he's got his tracking fob out and he is searching for his bounty. Let's take another look at the armor here. Moving down, you've got some nice detail weathering here along the outer edges. We see the dirt has built up over time. Okay, now let's move further down this leg and we see he's got another mismatched piece of armor here. This is Death Trooper armor that is part of their signature look. It's brown instead of black. The cartridges, this is customized for him. Death Troopers don't have these cartridges, but the boot, the shin guard, and the boot shin guard is part of their uniform, and then you can see he's got his boot underneath that, which has got some really nice cracking and dirt from stomping around Tatooine, wherever else he's gone to hunt bounties. Moving over to this leg, we've got the beige, another beige piece of armor. Got some stippling, weathering on that. Just looks so nice. The detail just really makes this thing come to life. Moving down, again, we've got this side of his armor. You can see on his knee guard, this looks like what Boba Fett has on his armor, and Jango Fett, which I believe can be loaded with any kind of dart, a poison dart, whatever you want to have in there, tracking darts, fired from your knee, and that's all all that snifty stuff is controlled from his little wrist, his computer pad there, so I believe that's how it works in the show. Move the cape out of the way. We've got another pouch on his boot. See if I can get down lower here and really see the weathering and detail on this boot here. Much like the other one has, see that, just caked with mud. That is awesome. Same deal with this boot here. Look at that, the detail, the stitching. So tiny and accurate. It is really phenomenal what these guys are able to put out as a product. And for the price point too. I mean, this is just crazy, the amount of detail that goes into these things. Really awesome team of artists that work on these things. So I think that does it for his main costume. Let's take a look at one of his accessories that goes on the display base here, which is the Stormtrooper helmet. These can be seen in the show on spikes outside the city of, well, it's on the planet Navarro, where he and his bounty guild operate from. Pretty gruesome there. We don't know if there's a head in there or what's going on, but a lot of detail going on here with the. I don't know if this guy got hit in the head with what happened with this guy, but he got messed up. He is no longer a part of the Empire. This has been sitting out in this desert sun, getting sand blown on it for who knows how long. Okay, let's just pull back and spin him around a little bit here. Get the camera to focus in. Head so you can really see what he's doing here. There we go. And I guess you could take a look at the base real quick. This is a hot point of contention. This base has been reused so many times by Hot Toys. But it does kind of work for this guy. The desert sand, the footprints like he's tracking someone. It works. It's just can be a little awkward with posing the feet. You know, with the divots and everything. We've got a nice metal nameplate here, so that's always nice. You use metal instead of plastic. And what else did I want to say? Okay, yeah, so I mentioned this piece of knee armor right here being what's on Boba Fett's armor. So let's just take a look at Boba Fett real quick, since I happen to have him right here. Okay, there he is. There's the Fett Man. Notice his helmet it looks a little wider. That's the style they used back in Empire Strikes Back. It's an iconic Boba Fett look. But what I wanted to show was the knee armor that I was referencing. The darts and everything. So yeah, that's where that piece of armor comes from right there. This blue. Okay, and I mentioned that he had a flamethrower out of his gauntlet here, this little silver piece there. He does have a new version coming out, actually it just came out in Hong Kong, clad in his silver, like this, Beskar armor. So this is an accessory that will be coming with him. It just has a different adapter. This adapter is for the Incinerator Trooper, which is also from The Mandalorian, if you've seen the show. And here he is, right here. Got his beefy flamethrower here. And his, let me turn him around, pack. Something on his tank here. What is that? Anyway, there is his tank, the Imperial cog on it, some weathering and stuff going on it here, valves and everything. This is a really cool piece as well. But what I wanted to show especially was the accessory, the flame accessory. You gonna be able to stand? Oh, he's on a. Okay, there we go. So anyway, yeah, this here, if these two little pieces that plug in, see how this would plug in here? It's like the igniters down here, and then the main flames coming out here. So this basically, when Beskar Mando comes, that will slot right in this piece of armor here, and it'll have a flame effect if you use it. It looks pretty good if you have light on it, but it does kind of make the whole appearance, you know, more toyish, you know, when you incorporate these plastic effect parts. But they do look good in photography, so there's that. Anyway, I think that's gonna wrap up this super long video. Thanks for checking it out, and peace out.